Hi everyone, and welcome to my unboxing of Concentus, a brand new release from Spirit of Unicorn Music featuring a 10-disc box set of remastered live recordings from John Wetton. This is the first of 3 such planned sets of acoustic and band performances from John's amazing solo career. So as usual, we'll begin by unwrapping the lovely set and having a peek around the packaging. The 10 discs included come in this beautiful and sturdy box. And I should make a note that primary purpose listed on the spine is the label imprint specific to John's recordings. The back of the set contains the complete listings of the discs included. We are treated in this package to live recordings specific to the years 1994 to 1997, as John toured to promote his solo albums Battle Lines and Archangel. I should also mention that the design work for Concentus is by John's dear friend and longtime collaborator Michael Innes. Some of you may recall that Michael was also responsible for the design work behind the 8-CD Extraordinary Life box set from 2023 of John's 6 solo studio albums, as well as 2 CDs of rare tracks. And now before we dig in too deep, we'll have a quick look at the covers. First up is the sleeve notes. And then we have the 10 discs included in the package. And it should be mentioned that while many of these live recordings have been previously available, most are rare, expensive, and quite hard to find. Some were only given a very limited release several years ago. So it's wonderful to have them all assembled in this set along with some newly unearthed recordings. And now we will take each disc separately for a closer look. I still recall buying my original copy of Chasing the Dragon in 1995 at an HMV music retailer when I lived in Toronto. John's acoustic performance of Heat of the Moment was quite striking, as I'd never heard an unplugged version of this Asia classic before. And here we have a recording from John's 1995 solo tour of the US, Acoustica, which for my money is one of his best all-time live performances. And one thing that I believe will stick out for fans as you read through the list of players on these recordings is the sheer number of top-notch musicians John played with over the years. And again, while some of these discs may be familiar to the hardcore fans, the rare stuff is reserved for the later discs in the package. And to get back for a moment to some of the high-profile artists who shared the stage with John and his solo band over the years were Ian MacDonald of King Crimson and Foreigner, Martin Orford of IQ and Jadis, and John Beck and Bob Dalton of It Bites, just to name a few. And of special note in some of the 1996 live recordings is the presence of Billy Leesgang on guitar and John Young on keyboards, both of whom would make significant contributions to the writing process on Wetton's Archangel album. This one in particular, the Adama show from Amsterdam in 1997, is previously unreleased. And along with the Live in Osaka recording, Adama Live in Amsterdam also features The Night Watch, the classic King Crimson song from the 1974 album Starless and Bible Black. And also previously unreleased is the last disc in the set, which features 2 shows, John performing solo in Germany in 1995 as he opened for the band Saga, as well as 5 songs from the John Wetton Band from Progfest in 1997. And finally in the package we come to the set of sleeve notes, featuring photos of John as well as brand new liner notes from acclaimed British rock journalist Jerry Ewing. And as we finish with the liner notes, we are then presented with complete sleeve notes for each of the 10 discs contained within the set. Some also featured John's own words on the creation of these recordings. Acoustica is one of my favorites. In fact, the show I attended in Buffalo in 1995 was one of the series of shows that went into the recording. And again, here is the previously unreleased Adama from Amsterdam, and the disc containing this 1995 German show with Saga and Progfest 1997. I would be remiss if I failed to mention my good friend Rick Nelson, Asia's archivist, who was instrumental in the creation of this set. So there you have it, folks. Concentus, the first of 3 planned box sets of live recordings from John Wetton. Should also mention that the remastering has breathed new life into these concerts. They have truly never sounded better. A purchase link is in the video's description. And before I close this video, I must take a moment to remind you of 2 related releases. The Extraordinary Life box set and book, both released in 2023. The Extraordinary Life box set features all 6 of John's amazing studio solo albums, along with, as we will see on the back, there are 2 discs filled with unreleased rarities, which are an absolute must for any fan of John's or Asia. And another must-have item is the book edited by another acclaimed British rock journalist, Nick Shilton, containing dozens of interviews with those who loved and knew John best, his friends, family, and musical collaborators. The contents list all of those involved, including Bill Bruford, Robert Fripp, Rick Wakeman, Carl Palmer, Steve Howe, Jeff Downes, John's son Dylan, John Mitchell, Oliver Wakeman, Steve Hackett, John's wife Lisa, and many, many more. And as a friend and Asia's biographer, I was honored to be asked to contribute as well. I have separate videos discussing both of these items, and purchase links for both, as well as the Concentus package, can also be found in the description of this video. Thanks for watching.
I know they still run free.